let's say you were 2 years into your relationship and you had to assemble your own flowers.
She wouldn't care.
I don't know. I'm just not that kind of person.
Alex is
It's an
happy she gets
impossible
a gift
question
at
to
all.
answer.
Yeah, I am
That's
not
an
a
impossible question. I don't know why I asked it.
I'm like, you can't ask me that because I generally don't like receiving. I like giving.
Are there...
Shut the fuck up, Brett.
Oh, boy.
Mic drop.
See you later.
Bye.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh, God.
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this
Go
scenario.
ahead.
Let's do it right
So Alex and I
now.
watched Black Mirror. It
We
came out.
binged it.
Came
You
out
don't
last
binge
week.
it.
Do you not consider 3 hours binging?
No, I said on the precast, I'm saying it now, to be binge-worthy, I think has to be at least 5. Binging is not about length of time, I think. It's about number of individual things.
I think it's about a season,
How many episodes is binge watching?
Well,
According
we
to
just asked him.
according to Google.
a survey conducted by Netflix in February 2014, they need
That's
to redo
5
this.
years ago.
They need to redo
Yeah.
this.
Before
Nope.
binging really
This
took
is,
off.
yeah. It says 73% of people define binge watching as watching between 2 to 6 episodes. 2?
2? No.
No.
No. Okay. I think.
This just rendered itself irrelevant.
It did. That was a very dumb.
Throw your phone.
It's very subtle. Throw your phone.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh, shoot. You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh, shoot.
Ah!
Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Cool.
Cool.
Welcome back to PTOUnlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 251.
Dude, it's been so freaking weird. Spring is in the air, man. My allergies are off the chart.
The
Mine-
dog's allergies.
Mine
are
have
off.
been fine.
Really?
Yeah.
I've had some issues. I've actually right before the podcast I had to take something. I'm really struggling past couple days. Well, also we need to mow.
Oh,
but-
I was just going to ask you, how long are you going to grow your jungle?
Josh,
it's not intentional.
Why don't you tell the story, Josh?
I tried to mow. I tried.
He was so like his
I wanted
motivation.
to.
His motivation was through the roof last weekend.
I
He's
think
like,
it's a guy's thing.
I guess
think
he's
it's a guy
like,
thing.
I really want to get out there and mow. Do you think your mom would mind if I just start the mower? I'm like, I don't
think she
care.
would care.
And so he fills up. You say it.
Okay, so this was Wednesday, I think, and I filled up the gas
Yeah.
tank, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm all ready to do this, and I call her. I'm like, I just want to make sure everything's good to go. She's like, yeah, just make sure you just don't throw your arm out. What?
Because it's a pull start.
And this is my mom's house.
It's like, okay, well, that can't be that bad. It's like, I've done pull stars before. No, this thing is a pull, kick back, pull at the same time, all at once. So as you're pulling, it's kicking back against you.
Yeah.
So it's like pulling back against you at the force you gave it.
Oh, my.
So
yeah.
when I left for
It
work
A lot.
at 1:30, I was like, all right, so you're gonna mow. He's like all excited. He's like, yeah, I'm at least gonna get the front done. I'm like, all right, sounds great. So I call him after I get off work a few hours later, and I'm like, so did you get the mower done? And he was in a pissed off mood. He's like, I about broke my arm trying to start that thing.
I wasn't,
yeah.
I wasn't ultra mad, but I was
you
motivated.
could tell that you were very deflated.
Well,
about
I had
the
a chore that I know I could get done. And mowing has actually been something that I've done
Plenty.
for plenty of times coming from the Midwest, of course. What, is that me?
It's me.
It's
sorry.
you. It's
No,
okay.
so my mom had also said that she's gonna be getting a new mower anyway. She's just
Yeah.
like, you can try it.
I take my hat off. I'm warm. It's warm in here for me. So, Alex was using the fan the other day because it got so warm up here. We got to get that AC installed. That
Well,
AC.
it's not installed. We just need to get the wiring done. That's really it.
Yeah. So, and we were just talking right before the podcast, actually getting a new desk in here, and it's gonna probably move things up, and everything in this corner over there we can move around, Alex.
I'm just wondering if we want a right or a left desk.
Do they have that option?
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at Eureka, which is that brand that
I
everyone
told you about last week.
Yeah, Eureka's so nice.
And I didn't look at it specifically because you said it. It just so happened to pop up and have paw prints on it, and I'm like, oh god, that's cute. And
It's
then
the
I
only
looked into it.
pink table that I've seen, and when I saw it, I'm like, I wonder if Alex was like that.
Yeah.
She absolutely would.
I did. I was just scrolling through while he was streaming, and I'm like, oh my god, I found a desk.
Yeah.
It was very interesting how you came across it too. It's like we were just looking for one in general, and you found one that's specific like for you, I guess.
Yeah, it goes like along with my theme and stuff.
And Alex, if I get this, I'll be more excited to stream. I was like, well then.
Well, it's just like because aesthetically, you walk in and everything looks nice, and then you see our desk, and you're like,
well,
yeah,
that
we
thing's
need a new
junk.
desk.
You did say that you don't love that chair that everybody else does, right?
The Titan.
Well, I think I need more. It's more like I just needed a head cushion. Is more what it is.
So
you
you
do like it?
Well, yeah, I like the chair. It's a lot better than my first gaming chair. It was
remember
like
that.
basically sitting
Oh
in
my
plastic.
God, that bucket seat.
There's a lot of different companies that do gaming chairs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
looking at that because when we were first looking at gaming chairs, when we first got the black and white one, you
Yeah.
know, 3 years ago, there wasn't that many to choose from,
They're all over the place.
and they
Yeah.
were all like $300-$400, and I was like, you know, starting to look for upgrades for my stream. And just to get pink like 3 years ago, it was like, oh, if you want pink, you're gonna pay double.
Yeah.
And now it's like $175 for a chair that looks decent, and you're like, holy crap, it's false because everybody's already bought one now.
Everybody's streaming, and more girls are streaming, so
Well,
of
they're
course they're gonna do
Yeah.
pink chairs.
Oh my God!
They're
So
streaming.
Alex had a little bit of a okay. So we were watching Twitch fails the other day. I just go on this YouTube
Are you talking
channel.
about me posing?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I was talking about how it's all become Twitch thoughts, and
Why don't
half
you
of
explain what?
there's a big drama going around where someone was doing hot tub streams, and another girl did it, and it was a big drama about, oh, you're copying
You're
my
just
stream.
copying.
Now there's hundreds of hot tub streams just because that
Just
one
they're trying
person
to
made a
troll
big
it.
spit about it, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Well, I'm gonna copy you then. Screw it." And you know, a lot of people have that kind of imagery that, or something gets stolen from them. That's their creative thing. You can't. Nothing is yours when it's on the internet.
No.
Oh, sure.
No,
So-
when you put it out on the internet, just like our podcast, you're just someone's gonna take something or go, oh, that's a great idea. I can
And take it and
use
put it in their own.
Yeah, there's
exactly.
no problem with that. Just don't copy it word for word. Just like
Oh my God, TikTok's having an issue with that.
why?
Oh, there's a user who actually called somebody out who was doing word for word, scene for scene things that he would do comic acts of.
Yeah, that's
and
just stupid. I'm
he was
saying make
calling
it your
them out.
own. Take
Right.
the idea, but make it your own.
I mean, that's what TikTok's for, is to take
That's
someone
what
else's.
humanity is about.
Right.
Oh, you did something. That's a great idea. Let me try it. Let me see if I can make it better.
I mean, mold it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Shape it. That's what molds into other things. Like webcams, who knew that they were going to become things that they are now, It's kind of crazy. Podcasts. Having conversations, sitting at a table is now something that people
Everybody's
value.
got a podcast.
Right.
now.
Well, not everybody.
Well, I'm saying like back when we started, I had no idea what a podcast was, and
Right.
now it's just everywhere.
They were much more prominent than you think they were.
Yes, I understand that, but
because people were making a living doing
They
it.
were,
or
yeah.
they were at least, Adam Carolla had a huge subscription base, I guess, and
Mhm.
Bill Simmons,
Yeah.
huge,
Yeah.
millions of followers.
Right.
So
I at
it's-
least had never in my life
Who
at
was
that point
that-
listened to
Who was
one.
that single act comedian that you were following? He was doing podcasts, just 45-minute podcasts, half-hour podcasts, just of himself talking.
Oh,
Something-
Joe Santagato.
I think that's the guy. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
he started as a YouTuber and then
Yeah.
that went over to
Oh yeah.
podcasting.
Yep.
But
It
Mhm.
does.
So On Tuesday, Alex and I moved into next gen.
Yeah, you did.
Holy cow! I want to thank you, Brett, for getting us the ability to get into Walmart Access, the all access thing. You know,
No
helping us out.
problem.
The next gen Series X, 7 days in, I want to say, yeah, I love it. It's great. Do it, everybody who has the option and ability to go.
The
for
biggest
it.
the biggest
great.
change that I saw was playing Call of Duty. When I used to load it up on my old Xbox, I'd get to the loading screen, push log in, and then it would probably take 2 or 3 minutes just to load into the screen to get me to go.
I tried GTA, by the way. I got to tell you after that.
And then this time I've pressed it, and then I went right to the screen, like the game screen. I'm like,
do you have
the
to,
hell?
right now, since you just have the one, do you have to move it up and down?
We've been doing that.
Yeah. Josh has been like
It's like my
carrying it
baby.
up. Yeah, it's like his baby. He carries it around the house. I'm not joking because we have the other Xbox downstairs, but he's like, we'll be downstairs and start watching something on that one, which is perfectly fine. It's not. It's just a little bit slower. And he's like, screw it. I'm gonna go upstairs and grab the other one.
Well, yeah,
That's
I did that.
okay.
I did that for God's
It's probably about the size of a baby.
Well, it's also.
like he carries it like this when he comes
Well, I don't
down.
want it to. Well, I've
He
dropped
carries it like
consoles. I
Like
don't
up
want this
against
one.
his chest.
I want this one to.
It's just good
slap.
dad practice. That's all.
I'm really holding it. But no, the graphics are great. Startup and game launch speed is amazing. So I tried GTA out, by the way. Everyone complains about the GTA launch speed.
Well, it's been slow.
Yeah.
For, it came
From
out
the
in
beginning.
2013.
I was online inside of 30 seconds.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That's cool.
Like dropped in. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Invite only session too. Not just
Really?
hitting X from launch. I went into the actual game, hit start, went to online, invite only
Yeah.
session
Yeah.
inside of 30 seconds.
That's ridiculous.
I don't think I've launched GTA 5 on mine yet.
Yeah, I did a launch.
that
test
was
on that.
that's one of the main reasons I don't go back to it so much because it takes forever to load one screen onto another
It's
or to
so
go
amazing.
from one place to another.
Yeah.
Same with The Sims.
You'll come back to
So
it.
now I can download The Sims and it's gonna be like, bam.
I'll download it and you can. Well, you don't like it on the Xbox. You have it on the PC.
No. I like it on the Xbox. I did the new one that you had bought me.
4?
I guess.
No.
Whatever the one that I was playing recently with Drogo.
Yeah, that was 4.
Yes, I like that one. It's the one like you had bought me beforehand. It's
Okay, they're
The-
both 4, but one of them's on the Xbox, one of them's on the PC.
well, then maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. it's just
Okay, well
PC.
either way, I don't like the setup with the buttons.
Then you won't. Then I won't mess with it.
But I can just use a controller.
No. Well, you can use keyboard and mouse on console. I wonder if that would be any different. But anyways,
Right.
I launched Sea of Thieves. I launched.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves. You were like, boom, you're on the ship.
It was beautiful.
that's
No
that's
clipping,
another one.
nothing. It was
No.
great. Tetris Effect Connected is a game that was actually recommended by Games Radar. In fact, I'm going to list this article here. They did an article on April 1st of the best Series X games, and this is why I tried it out. It's a beautiful game. And Alex and I were also trying out It Takes Two over the weekend. It was meant for next gen. It's great.
Oh yeah,
It's a co-op game.
it's so much.
basically-
I can't wait to play that again on Friday. I've been like
Yeah.
almost dreaming about it.
Really? You like it
yeah,
that much?
I really did.
Well, you were getting frustrated. It's a
Yeah, but
platformer.
it's a platformer, but it's not that difficult. If
Mhm.
anything, I was ahead of you most of the game.
Yeah. So in this article, they
It reminds me a lot like the way that Tomb Raider runs.
it is pretty much it's,
like
it's
the way that
dungeon
not
crawler.
no, I mean like the way that the buttons and the movements and
Mm-hmm.
how you do things. It reminds me very much of the way that Tomb Raider is.
Some of the
done.
camera angles I have an issue with where you and I have died, and it's like, really?
No,
We
you
there?
died because that's what the one thing I'm telling you is like when you're swinging on the rope and you go to swing this way.
Yeah.
That's the way Tomb Raider runs. How it just kind of you go swing and then it turns you and then you swing and then you turns and then you swing instead of just
I love how she's explaining this.
right. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Sure.
I love how she's explaining it. So on this list of games, these 8 games, so Tetris Effect Connected was on there, Sea of Thieves, Halo Master Chief Collection, Forza 4, Destiny 2 Beyond Light, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Gears Tactics, and Gears 5. So what I was really most like wowed about was the fact that Gears 5 is on there, and Halo Master Chief Collection is already
Because
on
they're
there.
old.
They're already on there though, but they've been remastered entirely for next gen and 2. So I
Yep.
want to see what it's like. I haven't launched Halo yet, so yeah, I love the Xbox Series X. It's great. Alex was we were logging into Call of Duty and I was like, you're not gonna want to go back. and she
Excuse
me.
sneezes about it. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I think.
So
you mean go back to the older console?
Yeah, to the old console. And then I was trying out her console to see if there's any difference, and mine runs better than hers downstairs. So, yeah.
You mean the old ones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's all I gotta say about the Series X.
So-
What have you launched on it? Like, have you played anything?
Just Gears 5 is what I'm going through right now.
Have you noticed the different graphics between the One and the Series X personally?
It's been so long since I've fired up just a one
Oh.
that
okay.
I had the One X
Right.
and
So you kind of already had an upgrade from that.
A little
so
bit, yeah.
That's why we have a different feeling.
you had a major upgrade. I had the kind
You
of.
have to have a 4K upgrade though. So we have
That's
to
true.
Actually, see
you
the
got to get the
potential.
4K TV.
We
next.
do.
Yeah.
That's on the list. Probably Black Friday.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's way down on the list.
I'd say Black Friday.
Mhm.
Yeah.
way
And,
down on
and
the
I would say, hey Alex, by maybe the end of the year we'll get another Series X if it becomes
Yeah.
available by the end of the year.
by the end of the year.
So, but have you played anything else as far as Xbox Series X? Just Gears.
I don't think
No?
so. That's really what I'm going through right now. I did download a couple games that I'd like to play, and one of them from Game Pass. One is Wreckfest, which when I read it, it
I've heard of
sounded like
Wreckfest.
Burnout maybe,
Yeah.
but they compare it. Well, the people that did Flat Out
Yeah.
made it, and I remember Flat Out, but I played it a long time ago, so I was going to check that out. I thought about going through Mass Effect 2 because I played Mass Effect
Really?
years ago.
And now doing 2.
And now I thought I might try 2 because I heard it was better. Or
yeah, 2
it
is.
depends. Some people liked it better than
I heard
1.
Mass Effect 2 was like the best Mass Effect,
Yeah,
wasn't
It's
it?
kind of the ultimate.
The ultimate.
I wasn't a big fan of that universe, but it was a decent game. So,
Right.
but and then I did download Squadron.
So we were talking about this right before we started. MLB The Show is coming to Game
Yes,
Pass,
yes.
and Sony fanboys are pissed.
Yeah.
They are mad about this
Well-
because we're getting it basically for free in a sense
So-
by us having the subscription.
I
But-
listened to Podcast Unlocked,
Mhm.
which is the IGN Xbox podcast about this, and this was an MLB call. This was not a Sony call.
Yeah, San Diego Studios and MLB, they developed MLB The Show, and legally they are not exclusively owned by Sony, so they can do
Right.
this.
So
It's not a
Um,
Sony studio.
It's up to them if they want to piss
Mhm.
people off.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
Sony fanboys. I mean, I don't. It's not like they can't play it. You know,
Right.
It's like they're like, oh, that's ours. That's the one thing we have that Xbox doesn't. And I get why they would be upset, but you still get to play it. And
Right.
Yes, you have to pay the full price for
$70.
it, which is $70.
Yeah.
But that is what you choose to do when you prefer
that
Sony
console.
over Microsoft.
And it's not even going to PlayStation Plus for them.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what's even weirder.
It's I mean, which I did read.
What
I think
kind of
last
move is
week,
this? I don't get it.
It's MLB just wanting to get.
Another MLB out there?
Well, it's MLB wanting to expand their fan base, maybe. So if there's people that maybe don't know or aren't spending money on MLB stuff, if they play this and they get, and because it's usually a good game,
Right.
and they like it, maybe they'll bring fans into MLB baseball and on a deeper level than just a video game.
Will you play it?
I might try it out now. They did 19 MLB The Show 19 was on PlayStation Plus. I did get it. I don't know as much about baseball
Right.
to really go deep into a simulation. That's why I play Super Mega Baseball,
You were
which
just talking
is
about
the
that too, yeah.
arcade.
Yeah. And you just downloaded it on your PlayStation now, right?
Yes, because it was like $5.
You said it's harder now.
I don't know if it's a controller thing or what. It's of course it's the same game, but I just am not dialed into it like I was on the Xbox. Maybe that will come because I played a lot of games a lot of games of baseball on the Xbox,
Right.
and I loved it. I did, however, almost kill 2 pitchers. So funny.
Have you actually
So
knocked
good.
somebody out for the rest of the game? Like
Oh,
when
yeah.
you hit
Well,
them? Yeah.
Usually, if I hit them good, they're taken out. Like they don't throw another pitch; they're replaced.
Oh, man.
But
I
I
gotta
hit-
find one of your.
I hit somebody yesterday, and their health bar went all the way to 1, and they still faced 2 more batters before they yanked them. I'm like, oh my god!
I love it that you do that. So what Brett you're talking about is basically you're hitting them in the face.
You
with
hit
the
them
ball.
a line drive. I've never hit a pitcher in the head. It's usually somewhere in the torso. But I have been
It's so hilarious.
I have
to watch
been
it, though.
hit in the head. My batter's been hit in the head by a bad pitch and dropped him like his. But it's the most hilarious thing ever when you hit a line drive and it just
Knocks
the
them
pitcher
out.
and they just drop. It's hilarious.
I love it. One other thing about the show, MLB The Show, is it will not be available for purchase on Xbox, only on
Right,
Game Pass.
yeah.
So that's all it is for that. Man, I tried to get into that Major League Baseball. I don't know why. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't play the NBA 2K games. It's the only simulated sports game I play is Madden.
Right, exactly, same. Did you play The Last of Us? Did you hear about the remake
tried
though?
it. I did. I heard. It's so stupid to
It's
me.
extremely
stupid to everybody. I
I'm
think.
stupid.
confused about what this is. Are they
They're
making
redoing
the
it.
script?
I heard that they might try to tie it in with the HBO show.
So they have to add some scenes into this
I would
and
assume
stuff.
so, but it came out in 13. There's really no reason to do.
I'm
this.
really,
No.
really, really like off put by this. I couldn't get a full definitive answer on any of the articles that I was looking at as far as if this was a remaster or a reboot, remake. What I've looked at IGN, Games Radar, Polygon,
Mhm.
any games news sites. Everyone's just saying it's a remake. Okay, so what does that actually mean? Is it a reskin? I don't know, but I mean either way,
There was also
they just did it for PS4.
the
Didn't they?
video. They did a remaster, or whatever. Yes,
Yeah.
for PS4. Yeah, they didn't just do it. They did it when the PS4 came out.
Oh, okay.
But I also heard that it's a possibility, and this was all speculation, that they would reskin the actors as from the show, so that the show actors are in the game.
like they
Again,
did
it's
with
all
Spider-Man.
speculation. Yes.
Well, Spider-Man, they kind of just reskinned it to make it look a little bit more different than.
right.
a
I mean,
different
it was
character.
not Tom Holland.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of weird. I'm not a Sony person myself, so I don't. If they were doing this to a campaign narrative game that I was playing, like BioShock, I mean they've already remastered it.
Well,
so.
they gave Marcus a Batista skin in Gears, and for me, like in Gears 5, I would never play a campaign with Marcus replaced by Batista. I
Right.
just wouldn't do it.
Right. No.
You know, I might use him in multiplayer,
Right.
or whatever,
Hmm.
but I'm not gonna do it on the campaign
Well-
that it was shipped with.
Did they make you do that?
No.
But can you do that?
I think so.
Okay. Well, here's the thing about that. He loves Gears.
He does. He wants
And
to
he's
play
a Hollywood
Marcus.
star, and he could do it. I think he could do it fine.
He wants to play Marcus in a Gears movie. I don't think they'll ever make a Gears movie.
You don't think so?
No.
Really?
I don't know.
Maybe a show.
I don't.
I could see it.
I think they might do a series.
You
Well-
know, I mean, Halo was the biggest Microsoft property, and there hasn't been a Halo movie.
But the show is really.
I think that they're
it's still
gonna.
going forward.
I think people are scared to touch
The
that
show
one.
is. I think it's going to Showtime. Halo. I think it's Showtime or it's Stars. I'm not certain. It's another streaming. Well, another cable-based subscription service. That I think they're still casting for. They've already casted, or they're starting to write scripts for. I don't know what they're doing, but I know the Halo TV series is coming out eventually, one day. But I wouldn't hold my breath. I
All right.
really wouldn't.
Yep.
No. Let's move on from there, guys. What do you want to move into? We kind
Let's
of
talk about the movie.
movie of the week, which this week was Godzilla versus Kong, which just came out last week, and it actually made box office records for pandemic theater. Of course, it did, because I mean, people are getting cabin fever,
Mhm.
so they're gonna
Yeah.
go out. Myself personally, I went to the gas station just before the show just so I can get some soda, because I was like, I need to get out of the house sometimes. You know,
Mhm.
I get cabin fever myself personally. But Godzilla versus Kong. The synopsis is: 51 years after Kong Skull Island and 5 years after Godzilla King of Monsters, the epic next chapter in the cinematic monsterverse pits two of the greatest icons in the motion picture history against one another, the fearsome Godzilla and the mighty Kong, with humanity caught in the balance. Starring a number of people. I mean, I saw one of the Skarsgårds is in there, Stellan, and Mel. Oh my God, what's her name?
Millie
Millie
Bobby
Bobby
Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown. Yep. Rotten Tomatoes has it. Critics gave it a 75. Fans gave it a 92. So,
I bet Kyle Chandler's in this movie for less than a minute.
Really?
Probably.
I think so. Yeah. What'd you think of it, Brett? You've watched. What have you watched of the Godzilla?
I have not seen any of them.
You saw the first Godzilla.
No.
You didn't go to the theaters with us.
Nope.
You saw Kong.
I saw Kong Skull Island. Yes.
Did
I
you?
did see that.
So how'd you feel about this one?
So I like this movie, but I
Yes.
have issues with it.
You're probably a little lost on the Godzilla side
Yes.
with some of the story.
Probably.
Like the Mecha Godzilla,
Yeah.
you probably have no idea where any of this.
well,
was
I
going.
knew that that's a thing just
Or
from
the
all over the
the
years.
Monster Zero was in there too.
And that was from King of Monsters.
Yep.
Will this make you go back and watch the other ones now?
I thought about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause they're all on HBO Max.
I thought King of Monster King of
That's
Monsters.
the sequel. Well,
Yeah.
the first one was what had Bryan Cranston,
In 2014.
Yeah,
and that one was fine.
it was okay. I thought King of Monsters was actually
You think it was better?
decent. Yeah.
Okay.
So the problems I had with this, first of all, the whole Millie Bobby Brown and Josh and Bernie, that whole thing they're doing was
Everybody hated
almost who needed it?
It was almost
totally
like
boring.
that scene in Star Wars, when they go to the other planet, that's the rich planet, and it takes up
Sure,
like
the
30
casino.
minutes of the freaking movie,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's about like that.
The
Everybody's
only
complaining
thing
about
they
that.
needed, they had to set up for them to spill the whiskey on the computer to sever the tie. You
Pretty
know?
much.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
So
And investigate as to why Mechagodzilla is suddenly there.
Yep.
Agreed. And I will say that the title is misleading because it's not technically Godzilla versus Kong. It is for like 5/6 of the movies, but they barely even see each other.
Right.
They have like 2 fights,
Yeah.
and they're like, that's all.
Right.
And then they team up together.
It's Batman versus Superman. Don't want to kind of just put
Right.
that in its own sense, but eventually, they're yelling Mothra at each other, and
Yeah.
Mothra is what Alex
Yeah.
was. Alex was making fun of it
Yeah.
when they were yelling at each other.
Mhm.
Why were you doing that? Did you see the tie-in? Like it kind of felt like Superman.
Is it
Batman
my
versus
turn?
Superman. Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't like the movie.
You didn't at all.
I got one more problem with it.
Uh-huh.
Hong Kong is completely destroyed.
And it's also neon.
Completely destroyed.
Didn't know it was lined by neon, like entirely. But this is also takes
Like
place.
how many movies of these how
In the
many of these
future.
movies can they do without completely destroying civilization?
It's a disaster movie. It's a monster movie. I mean, you gotta expect it. It's got to be billions of dollars destroyed,
Billions, probably
and lives,
trillions.
and millions of
Murder.
lives.
Yes.
I don't
All
think
of
that,
that.
it has a price on it. It's
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Yeah.
he rubs up against a building and there's a million.
Okay. So I said that. So when Kong was done fighting Godzilla
like-
and he's walking, he just shrugs against the building. I was like, I need to do a TikTok of somebody in their apartment building suddenly shuddering. And they're like, oh yeah, Godzilla and Kong won. Shudders and half their apartment's gone. My insurance is going to be through the roof.
I know. All because he just
You just nudged it.
nudged it.
It's like, was that necessary, Kong? I mean,
Exactly. Property.
Think of the people, man.
so you didn't like it?
No.
No. I enjoyed the fights.
I think like
yeah.
the end where it's Godzilla versus Kong or whatever, the actual like fight. I liked it.
Mhm.
But the whole Mecha Godzilla and story, everything is just
What?
bleh.
Bleh.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I saw all of the fact that you see all of Godzilla immediately is enjoyable. You don't tease Godzilla in this one, whereas in the other two, you see half of his body or a quarter of his body for half the film, and then eventually you see him, but maybe not all of him. Like the first Godzilla, you don't see his full body until the last 20 minutes of the movie.
Huh.
So
But especially like Josh was saying about me talking about the end, I predicted the whole fucking thing in like a second.
Yeah.
As soon as they started fighting, I'm like, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, then this is gonna happen, and then this is how it's gonna end. And that's exactly how it happened. And I'm like, and I told him, I was like, I'm gonna go take a nap now. I'm like, I just figured it out, and that's exactly how the movie went. Like, and then it just ends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really
he goes
did
back
not
in the
enjoy
water, and Kong goes to
his
middle.
Hollow Earth.
I call it the Lost World.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wanted more of Kong, like the story that was told.
There's a big chunk missing.
Like all of Kong's like
How he got onto the mainland, like everything's missing.
all of a sudden he's in a dome from Skull Island. We didn't. It's like
Yeah, there's at least a short movie missing out of this.
And they talk.
Connection.
They say it.
They fill it in, but not right away. So you're spending the whole time going like, did I miss something? Do I need to go back and watch a movie in 5-minute review? Do I need to like? There's something missing that I didn't know. And then they tell you like 20 minutes in why he's there.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was just a bunch of different pieces that were just thrown together. Like it just made it, I don't like it just the way I didn't like Star Wars.
Which Star Wars?
The
Episode 8.
Episode 8.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gia, the actress's name is Kaylee Hoddle. She is actually deaf.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh,
little
she
girl.
really is?
Yep. She comes from an all-deaf family too.
Wow.
So I think she has a future in something in Hollywood. I mean, she was a pretty good actress as a child.
Mm-hmm.
She could probably have a good future in Hollywood as a deaf actress. I think it's enjoyable personally. I enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I thought it was great. I was enjoying most of everything. I removed myself from reality in this one.
I did cheer when he crushed the heave with the daughter in it.
Why did you like that?
She's a bitch.
She was a bitch.
Wow, you guys just want.
She was
junk.
a horrible part. She's like, my
left him
daddy's gonna get what my daddy
And
wants.
she left them for dead.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
No. I looked at that and I'm like, man, I hope that bitch dies. Oh yay, she did.
Okay, I'm gonna give this movie an 8 personally. I enjoyed it.
I'll do a 7.5.
You were at like a 4.
Wow.
Wow.
I really didn't like it.
Wow. That's
Like, I'm not gonna watch it again.
Aw.
I didn't like it. I actually liked all the other movies, but this one, and I was actually super excited to see where it was all coming down to. And I'm like, I could have made a better movie.
really. Wow, you're
I really did. I'm
very
serious.
negative on
I
it.
didn't like it at all. I've
And
been trying to hold it in so that way I didn't like bust it out to you and tell you before the podcast.
Hey, you can save it for the podcast. That's
Yeah.
what you do.
they didn't even have Lorraine Warren in the movie.
Who?
I don't know the actress's name. The one that plays Lorraine Warren. Millie Bobby Brown's mom.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I guess it's fine. She dies in King of Monsters.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. That's
That would be why she wasn't in it.
She dies.
Yeah,
I didn't want to really like. I was like, well, you can. She's not in this. There's an obvious reason.
I will say some of the one-liners from Bernie were not funny, and they were trying to be funny.
Really? Wow. I was
I
actually
just think
enjoying his
that
one-liners.
whole trio was, like I said,
Wow.
pointless.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think I just enjoyed this movie way much more than you guys did. I don't
Well,
know
again,
why. I
there-
don't know why.
There are things that I liked about it, but
Mhm.
I'm also nitpicking too.
Okay. No, that's fine. You can nitpick about it. I mean, I do that all the time.
It's nothing I haven't seen before.
I started nitpicking it the first 5 minutes and I stopped because I was like, why do I do this to myself? Because the first 5 minutes, I noticed exactly what the director does. He forces you to focus on a specific thing in his scene, and that kind of pissed me off. Everything else is blurred out, but the main thing that's it's being focused on in most of the movie. If you don't notice this, and now that I point that out, you're gonna hate this movie because you're gonna watch it and be like,
Yes, they
Wow.
blur everything like
they blur the
like a
background, they
freaking,
blur the
like,
sides, they blur
Snapchat photo.
Mm-hmm.
Snickers is in here.
I know.
She won't,
She woke the dog
she
up.
won't destroy anything. It's okay. She'll only bite your feet. So Brett, what do you want to watch next week?
We are gonna go with Scarface,
Oh,
Oh,
that is a
man.
classic. That
and
is a
you guys
classic.
haven't seen it, right?
No.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I don't think I really need to
I
look
think
at the synopsis
I've
of that one. I
seen
just wanna
all
see-
of the popular scenes
I wanna
just because of
see
how
what it was
popular the
made.
movie is.
Well, and I know you guys haven't, but Grand Theft Auto Vice City is pretty much the movie Scarface.
Is it
Oh.
really? Okay.
I mean, with in a nutshell.
1983.
Really? I thought it was
Mhm.
older than that.
And it takes place in 1980, Miami. So
How
Yeah.
old or
it's
how long
almost
is
3 hours.
it? I was like, I remember somebody saying it's in a long movie.
Al Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer, Stephen Bauer.
Mhm.
I'm sure. there's
Robert
a lot of-
Loggia, right? Or
What?
is it Robert?
Robert Loggia.
Yeah,
Yes.
Loggia.
Yep. Frank Lopez. Frank Lopez. Yes.
Remember?
The Family Guy
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Hi,
Robert-
I'm Robert.
Loggia.
You know who else Robert Loggia is?
What?
He's Colonel Gray in Independence Day.
Yes, he is. Oh my gosh, he died in 2015. Did you know that?
He was in that
R
terrible.
as in
wait,
Robert Loggia.
Stop it.
As in, oh
He
my
wasn't
God,
in-
that's
it was-
Robert
He was in
Loggia.
the sequel.
I thought he was. He's in a wheelchair, I believe.
I'm gonna have that scene just stuck in my head.
Stop it, Alex. Oh my God, now I can't get it out. of my
See,
head.
exactly. Like you said his name, and I'm like, are you talking about the guy from Family Guy? So I know his name.
So yeah, we'll be watching Scarface, and I've been wanting to watch this one for a very long time. It was on my list actually. I think I have that lower on the list of my movies. So
I have the weekend off.
do you?
So maybe we can actually watch the movie.
Mhm. For
Mhm.
once,
If Alex can sit through 3 hours without falling asleep.
that is a struggle. We only get maybe.
I only
turned
get
off-
about like an hour and a half into a
we
movie, and then I
we
start
got
like,
hour 15 into Kong Godzilla, and we had to turn it off. I was like,
Mhm.
oof.
Oh,
Oh. Well, yeah, but you can sit through Tropic Thunder and watch all that.
Tropic Thunder's like an hour long.
Oh
Speaking
no, it's
of-
not.
of movies.
Just going to plane and watching. Yeah.
No.
Well, okay.
So there's a movie on Netflix called Hubie Halloween. Have you seen this?
No, but it's an Adam Sandler movie.
It is.
So I avoid it.
And I
know-
watched it, and
Well, this is.
it's dumb.
Well,
No.
of course it is.
There's some funny
It's a
parts.
Sandler
But
film.
what the best part of it is all of the Adam Sandler regulars that you see in it.
Mm.
Mhm.
You know, his both of his daughters, who are like older now, of course,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
are in it. And then you got Rob Schneider and Steve Buscemi and Tim Meadows and Kevin James and just all of them. And Julie Bowen is back, who played Virginia Bennett in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was
I heard
just
there's a
pretty
lot
cool.
of Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Is it even worth a watch?
Not unless you're bored.
Oh, well, I mean, getting there eventually, I'm sure. We were just talking about not another teen movie, and what was the other movie, Alex? Van Wilder.
Oh, yep.
You've been wanting to do a back to back on that.
Mm-hmm.
We've been going through the MCU some more. We did Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, and Captain America: Civil War. I'm just.
I forgot how good Doctor Strange
Doctor
is.
Strange is
That's
good.
such a great movie.
Yeah. Benedict
Like, I can't
Cumberbatch,
wait for the
Tilda
TV show. Or is he getting a movie?
No, it's a movie.
He's getting another movie.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yes. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Let's see where that's
I
gonna
can't.
go.
I mean, I can't imagine it not being a good movie.
Right? Same. I agree.
It's so like visually, just watching it, going, "How'd they do that? How'd they do that?
Mhm.
Whoa!"
I want to talk about upcoming summer blockbusters because we are now in the blockbuster season between now and September. So these are all, of course, pending releases. I'm not going to go through everything that's coming out. I'm going through just like hit movies, big movies that might be on our radar. We got at the end of this month, we got Mortal Kombat coming out.
Which is going to HBO Max.
Yes, some of these are going to be going to HBO Max as well.
I'm
So
interested in that.
I'm interested as well too because they've been actually bringing video game movies better.
Like it
Making them better.
really does like look good. 'Cause I used to play Mortal Kombat like in the arcade at the Roller Dome.
Do you know who you played as?
Sub-Zero.
Me too. I was always Sub-Zero.
So watching the trailer, I'm like, ooh, they actually look like they got him right.
I don't know much about the whole.
I don't know like the
Kombat
lore and
Yeah.
stuff, but I just
Right.
I liked playing it like as
Mhm.
a kid.
In May, we got a few movies coming out to look forward to. We got Spiral, Book of Saw, that has Chris Rock in it. That's coming out
So
May 14th.
that actually looks
I showed
pretty
you the new
damn
trailer.
good.
Mhm.
And I'm like, dang it, we're gonna have to go ahead and watch.
We don't have
Jig-
to see Jigsaw.
No, I think we should.
Just to do
we
it?
need to get caught up and we need to watch Jigsaw.
Oh, they announced that the first Saw is coming out in 4K.
Uh-huh.
That's a big deal because it was filmed on actual film, I think, and it was an independent film basically.
Yeah, when you showed it to me when we were dating.
What year? I'm going to guess Saw was 2003.
4, I think.
I think you might be right, actually, Brett, because I think it was 03. Well,
I
actually,
think it was
when did
4.
when did we get back together, Alex? Because that was
4.
Saw 04.
Good call.
Damn. Yeah, so that I look forward to actually seeing in 4K because I have to have a 4K TV at that point.
We can just go to Brett's and watch it.
Cruella comes out at the end of May. And
Meh.
A Quiet Place Part 2
Yay.
comes out May 28th. In June, we got The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
Yay.
So, I mean, we've been following The Conjuring universe.
And I've liked them.
So,
yeah.
Fast and Furious 9 comes out June 25th.
Brett, your reaction?
What? I mean, I
Of
don't
course
know.
I'm going to see it.
Black Widow, July 9th.
Yay.
Now, Brett, you will dog shit on this one. Space Jam 2, July 16th.
I think it
I don't
might be
know.
worth a watch.
It'll be an HBO Max watch.
Yes, but I'm
Yes.
saying, like, I was really dogging it, and then I saw the trailer, and I was like, you know what?
Well, we don't have
It
we don't
doesn't
have an
look-
opinion on LeBron James.
No, I don't. But at the same time, like, I had just about as much information on LeBron James now as I did with Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan, I feel like when we were young, I knew that he was a very famous basketball player, but I never watched basketball.
You never saw any of the clips on the news or
Well,
anything.
I just
sure you did.
maybe, but like I know just as much now about
Okay.
the two. So
That's fair. That's fair. Coming from a non-sports person.
yes, so I think I will have a non-biased opinion on the movie.
Now, Brett, do you watch basketball at all?
No.
No, but you just don't have a good opinion about LeBron James.
I don't like him. I think he's
Conceited?
not just well. First of all, he thinks he's God's gift to all sports.
Okay.
But I mean, he is one of the best players probably ever. But my generation will always say that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time.
I don't see LeBron James becoming a billionaire like Michael Jordan.
Well, the thing is, I mean, Michael Jordan still makes a crap ton of money from Nike
Well, what about
And
LeBron
Hanes.
James?
and
So
Hanes.
what underwear brand is LeBron James gonna take?
I don't know, probably
Fruit of the Loom?
Fruit of the Loom.
Here's the thing, though. LeBron is already getting
He's got a lot of deals.
into Hollywood. He's already been an executive producer of some show. I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah.
But he's been on record as wanting to move from sports money into entertainment money,
Right.
as far as as Hollywood or whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
most
But-
of them do.
I just am not a fan of his. It's just my own opinion, but
That's
I think
fine.
a lot of
That's
guys
fair.
my age just don't particularly like him.
And that's fair enough to say.
What I do
I
like
agree.
about this is that the woke culture is letting Looney Tunes back into something mainstream.
I know, right? When they're trying to cancel it.
Right.
Well, yeah, Lola Bunny and all that, the whole controversy.
Did you see
occurred.
who's voicing her?
Who?
Zendaya.
Oh, okay, I'm fine with that. That's
Yeah.
fine. So then we go to August. We got Suicide Squad coming out. It's
Yay.
yeah, it's fine. And then we got a couple movies coming out in September. We got Marvel's Shang-Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings, which is just going to be another continuation of Marvel. We'll see what that does. I mean, we
Yeah.
haven't hated all. I don't think we've hated any movie
You
except
have.
for Captain Marvel. And
You don't like Black Panther.
Well, I mean, I don't. It's not that I don't like it. I think it's fine. It's fine.
He's lying.
It's not terrible. It's not great.
All
It's
you could
fine.
talk about was how bad the movie was, and I thought it was an amazing
no. That's
movie.
Captain Marvel.
It
That's
made
Captain
$1
Marvel.
billion.
It did. It's fine. And Black Panther.
I thought Black Panther was amazing.
You don't have to make me sound like a villain. I'm
I'm
not
not saying a
dogging
villain.
it,
I'm just saying you're talking to like, oh, there's not a Marvel movie I don't like.
except Captain Marvel. And I can skip on Black Panther because I already know the story.
Would you like Captain Marvel more if you didn't know so much about Brie Larson?
It's not Brie Larson. It's the way she delivered everything.
Okay.
If it was a different actress, I think I'd like it more.
Okay.
His line delivery. Venom, Let There Be Carnage comes out at the end
Ooh.
of September.
Yay.
That's the only movie on this list so far that
That you're. Ooh.
I need to see.
Well, I mean, you saw A Quiet Place.
Yeah, but I don't really care about.
Hey, what
part
would you
two.
do? Is it like, would it make you watch Space Jam if our lion was in it?
You'll have to.
You're talking about Pete Puma. Pete Puma.
I didn't even do it anywhere near.
I can't. I
close,
can't. But what if he like has his own little scene with the basketball?
but I'll catch it on.
I
YouTube.
doubt it. Well, it'll be on HBO.
I meant the scene.
Oh, if it's
What
an
if he's
hour,
the main character?
He's not.
if it's 80 minutes long, will you watch it?
Maybe. But I was scrolling through HBO Max today. I saw the original Space Jam, and
Yes, it is.
I'm like, Nah, I'll never. I don't want to watch that.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
I'm sure it's not. I just don't
Yeah.
want to. It just hasn't struck my interest.
It's definitely one of those.
I mean, I have seen it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it doesn't. Watching it as an
watching
adult,
it as an adult, you're
fine.
like, man, this is still a great
it's
movie.
fine. Yeah, it's good. Some of the stuff you can pick apart if you really need.
Oh, I mean, like with the CGI and things like that. But I think
Yeah.
like the storyline and stuff, and it's still perfect for kids.
Right, it's fine.
Like,
It's
man,
fine.
yeah, this was a great movie.
Did you see that? Well, that's all I had for summer blockbusters, but I got a couple of quick announcements here. Macaulay Culkin's a dad today.
As of today.
First child.
Wow.
He is 40 years old.
Yeah.
So
Don't tell me he's 40 though.
We got time.
Don't tell me he's 40.
Alex, we got time.
Of course we do.
So,
When we're in our early 30s,
So
we do.
he had a son, Dakota Song Culkin, and named after his sister, Macaulay Culkin's sister, who died in 2008 in a car crash.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and the mother is Brenda Song, which she's a TV
She's in a
actress.
Brenda
lot.
Song, really?
Mhm.
She was in that Sweet Life movie.
Yeah.
Yes,
or
she is.
show.
Sweet
Yeah,
Life
she
of
was
Zach.
attractive.
Yeah, she's
She's a very pretty girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
she's 33, so yeah.
Oh, is she?
7-year difference between the two. So yeah, they have a child, and Macaulay Culkin first kid. So awesome, good on him.
Mhm.
Didn't he date Mila for?
Yes.
Oh,
Quite a while.
they were
together
exclusive
for a
long
while, I
time.
think. Yeah.
And then the stars aligned, and Ashton Kutcher
Mhm.
came in. That I think those two are perfect for each other.
Yeah.
I love seeing their stuff. We got one more thing I gotta say. Earl Simmons, aka DMX,
Yeah.
died on Friday of
That's
a
so
potential
sad.
overdose. He was 50.
He ended up dying of a heart attack.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about DMX, but I mean Patrick was talking
He's
to
a
us
very,
about him.
very
His-
popular, very,
his-
very good rapper.
Yes.
His most famous song is "X Gon' Give It to You."
Yeah.
Well, there's one of them. There's
Yes.
that anthem.
I mean, Alex, you could probably list a whole bunch
I
of
say I
them.
was like, I used to actually listen to DMX. I like DMX,
Yeah.
but telling you I mean, I even have like a YouTube clip of me
You do. And
reacting to.
You got demonetized.
I
'cause of
did
it.
of me reacting to. It was like a what do you call it?
It was a mod.
A mod,
Of Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, with X
Mr.
gonna get
X.
Mr. X, and he would bust in, and you would just hear X go give it to you.
It's really good.
This person's just. He's like in this trench coat and he's huge and you can't kill him and he just always follows you around and it's just it's
Every single time he
hilarious.
shows up, he plays X.
Like he comes through the wall and you hear the music just kind of humming and he comes to the wall and you just hear X gonna give it to you. It's just like
called you apparently
perfect.
at one scene, and you pick up the phone,
And you're like,
X going
hello?
give it to you. Go and give it to you.
Oh my god, like it was so good.
I will say, I mean, yes, he was,
Rough Riders anthem, that's what I meant.
What were you gonna say, Brett?
he's good, but he's not on the level as Eminem, Snoop Dogg,
No,
Dr.
but
Dre.
he does have a history. Like he does have he probably gave them the boost that they needed, or the reference, whatever.
But around the time I was hardcore listening to rap was when he was really popular. When he was really
Well,
popular.
he also did that movie with Jet Li, Cradle to the Grave.
Yeah,
He did
that's
another
right.
one that didn't get a lot of traction. I don't even remember what it's called, but he was a major drug kingpin in it.
He did a song specifically for Triple X 2. I think he didn't do a song. I think he redid a song. No, he did a song for one of them. I don't remember which one it was though. But yeah, that's all I really have. Do you have anything you want to say about him, Alex? Did you?
Right, it's sad that he was only 50 because I feel like he had so much more life to
Yeah.
live, and it's just
Was he
it's
still
just
making music?
weird.
I don't know if he was.
I mean,
Might be
I-
a producer at that.
Maybe.
point.
I mean, I haven't really followed him closely since we were dating, but he was just like thinking about him, like, man, he was a really good rapper. I mean, that's just sad.
Well, I mean, then who's
50 is just so young too.
Didn't Prince? Who's the Prince that just died?
Charles.
Prince.
Charles.
Or not.
90.
Philip.
Philip. Sorry.
Philip.
99.
Did you
Right.
see him?
Yeah.
Okay,
already-
I got a
I
question
mean-
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I figured it out after I was thinking about it, but
What?
why is the queen's husband not the king?
I have no clue, man. If we've got anybody
Now,
that's
here-
English,
Here's why I think.
What's your hypothesis?
He is not. He's not blood. He's.
but I feel like
married.
that. I think
No, that makes sense.
because he's the Duke of Eden, whatever.
Ed
So if
Edmonton?
the queen's father had only daughters, there would be no king of England. So the
Right.
queen's son, Charles,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to be the next king of England in the
Mhm.
event that he doesn't go before she does, because she seems to be immortal.
She is living
So
forever.
what? So he was a prince. Not
He
a,
was the Duke of Edinburgh, I think. Just look up Prince Phillips.
What are you looking up?
Prince Philip.
that's actually the first thing. Why was Prince Philip not a king?
Okay.
Okay, he was not granted the title of king because of the rule that states the husband of a ruling queen is called prince consort, just as wives of kings are typically referred to as a queen consort.
Okay, so that's what it
I
is.
don't know what
You were
that
right.
means.
It's not by blood.
Yep.
He's right.
Oh.
So if it was by blood, he'd be a king.
When Queen
Interesting.
Elizabeth took the throne, Philip did not become the king of England, thanks to a long-standing rule in the royal
What is
family,
the
which
purpose of even keeping
decrees that a man who marries a reigning queen will only be referred to as prince consort. Okay, so yes, but Brett's right. That's what it is.
They already have like prime ministers and stuff already running the country. What's the purpose of royalty
I don't
I
know.
don't
if they're a
know.
democracy and not a
Mm,
tyrannical?
What's it
I-
called though? It's not a.
God, we're gonna piss everybody off.
I don't know. We don't
Or as
live
king
there.
and queens. But they're just there as royalty, and they're not really doing anything. They just live royal.
I don't know.
What do they do? What do they actually do? Oh man. Anyways, let's move on from there. You guys want to do some trilogy trivia?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the trilogy.
Okay. So Indiana Jones.
Do, 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 do.
Do-do-do.
Remember that whip, Josh?
Oh my God. We got to be more specific about what we're talking about here. Remember that whip, Josh? Is not a way we
Do you
want
want me to
into
just go
this.
ahead and tell you
What?
real quick?
Are we changing subjects again,
I just
Alex?
want to tell you.
What are you
Go
telling
ahead.
us?
Okay, so what are the powers of the Queen of England? Along with the House of Commons and the House of the Lords, the Crown is an integral part of the institution of Parliament. The Queen plays a constitutional role in opening and dissolving Parliament and approving bills before they become law. She's basically the president. Is what it sounds like.
But they have other people doing that.
She is the head of British
Is she
government.
still
However,
acting?
Huh?
Is she still acting? Like
I mean,
government,
I would-
like acting.
because
Queen.
Prince is dead.
Yeah.
I would think so, just because he married in.
Whatever. Back to Indiana Jones. As we were
You
so
wanted to know.
rudely interrupted by
You
the
wanted to
third
know.
week in a
so
row by
I wanted
Alex
to know.
changing the subject.
There you go.
Explain the whip.
The more you know.
Uh-huh.
Explain the whip.
So there was a toy that came out back in 2007.
It was for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd ever seen an Indiana Jones movie yet at that point. And someone left that toy in the electronics section, and if you press the button, it plays
Play the song.
just the da-da-da-da. I don't know if it would continue on from that. I don't remember.
I don't
think
so.
This was 14 years ago. So this toy eventually annoyed the crap out of us, and so Brett and I went around the electronics department mimicking it throughout the day, and it just became a thing. So-
That's funny.
We eventually saw Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Did you see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you hated it though.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. So we're talking about the original trilogy that came out in the
80s.
80s. So I thought Snickers was gonna attack Layla there.
No, Layla's chasing something right now.
What's your favorite of the three?
Probably Crusade.
Same. Alex?
Yeah.
What?
Crusade.
Oh, you didn't say anything. You said,
I said,
Okay.
I don't. I mean, I really like Raiders, but I think I just like Crusade a little
can we
better.
all agree we don't like Temple of Doom?
Yes.
I don't dislike it. I dislike Crystal Skull.
Okay.
I don't dislike Doom.
So if I were to put it in order by dislike to like, I go 2, 4, 1.
You said dislike to like?
dislike to like. It'd be 2, 4, 1, 3. I think that's fair.
That's mine.
yeah.
Mhm.
4, 2, 1, 3.
4, 2, 1, 3. Okay. You hate Crystal Skull that
Hate
much.
it.
Well,
Okay, that's fine. That's
I would
fair.
much rather watch Crystal Skull than Temple of
I'll
Doom.
go back and watch it myself personally. I like it. I
Temple of
enjoy it.
Doom?
No, Crystal
No,
Skull.
Crystal Skull.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So, anyways, we're move on. From
I mean,
there.
the aliens at the end are just kind of a little much, but I think other than that, I think it was a very good
Did they visit?
nostalgia movie.
Did
is
they
what it
really
was.
do? Was that Atlantis?
I
Where they
I
went?
feel like that.
Or did they still have that to visit?
I
Because they still could do that, right? Atlantis, the lost city of Atlantis. Because I mean, it wasn't really. I mean, they kind of insinuated
you know what?
that
I
it
don't.
was.
It's been too
But
long
what-
since I've seen the movie. I don't remember.
Let's go back to the trilogy.
Okay,
So
we're not even talking about that one.
So for the first one, first Raiders of the Lost Ark, I'll put some facts down for us first, and then we'll do some trivia of each one. So Tom Selleck was originally cast as Indy. Did you
Mhm.
know that?
No,
I did.
Tom
yeah.
Selleck. It was gonna be. It was actually gonna be called Indiana Smith.
not Robert Logan.
That's terrible. Indiana
No,
Smith.
not Rob. Stop it. Robert
R
Logan.
as in Robert Logan.
So Harrison Ford, he had to outrun that boulder 10 different times.
Ooh.
For
Wow, really?
for all the different angled shots. Yes, 10 times he outran
You
that
could have done it
boulder.
in like 2 shots now.
And most of the cast and crew was food poisoned in the first Indiana Jones when they were on site over in where was it where they were at, where they had all the dates and everything.
oh yeah, because you're
It's in,
talking.
Egypt.
Yeah.
You're talking like when when Harrison Ford. Are
Yeah,
you talking
he
about
had
the
food
scene?
poisoning. But I was going to go into more depth on that.
Okay, I only know it was him. I didn't know it was like most of the crew.
Oh yeah. Oh, he had something.
He was
else,
like
too.
he had a really bad fever and
Mhm.
like
food poisoning.
like he chose to go ahead and go with the scene,
Mhm.
and that's like was the scene supposed to be played out with him shooting?
No,
It wasn't.
no.
Okay, so that's why
He
it's-
just suggested.
he
it.
just suggested because he was
Yeah.
feeling like shit.
right.
Okay.
Spielberg avoided food poisoning by eating only SpaghettiOs.
Okay.
The entire time they were on site over there. That's like for like a few months on end. And then 9,000 snakes were used in the Ark Temple.
Snakes. Why's it gotta
Mhm.
be snakes?
And the last thing about Raiders of the Lost Ark, before we go into some trivia stuff, the face melting still gets me creeped out. They used wax and time lapsed it melting. That's what they used for that face melting of the Nazis. So Brett, you got some trivia for the first one.
Actually, do we want to? I got the trivia is all from Raiders.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, well let me just go through Temple
Really,
of
you
Doom
didn't
and-
do like I would.
I wasn't gonna do any at all because I thought we had just kind of bypassed it, so I scrambled some together real quick.
Okay.
in Temple of Doom,
That was my fault.
Kate Capshaw,
Mm-hmm.
she had to be medically sedated to cope with the bugs.
Wait, who? Say it one more time.
The blonde.
Yeah.
Really?
She had to be medically sedated to deal with the bugs in
Really?
Temple of Doom. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she's a.
I mean, I probably might have too. With how
well, that's how much should you have it like go all over and stuff. Yeah. I'm sure
I don't know how they were able. Like those looked like real tarantulas in the first movie.
They are.
they are.
no.
Yes.
I
They are.
would have had to be medically sedated for that one.
Oh my god. And I think they had to do those shots multiple times because they wouldn't stay on his back.
Mm.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Heck no, man.
There's a few Star Wars references in the Indiana Jones trilogy. In the first one, you see R2 and
R2's
C-3PO
Yep.
etched in the temple. In Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, it's Club Obi-Wan is the opening scene.
Oh yeah.
Really?
In Japan.
Mm-hmm. So on Last Crusade, George Lucas named his Alaskan Malamute Indiana. So
I did know that.
he also named the dog Indiana. It was the first indie movie to be rated PG-13.
Hmm.
Last Crusade was. Spielberg was worried about people would associate Indiana Jones with Monty Python due to the Holy Grail.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep. And the blimp scene was so warm that the head angles of Connery and Ford, they were pantsless.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They had no pants on during
So I was
the
watching
Sitting at
those
the table?
scenes.
They
Yeah.
have no pants
Uh-huh.
on. Yep. So that's
You
just some
forgot
facts
because
about the
my
trilogy.
dad. I told him the one thing about the Last Crusade
What?
about the whole like she talks in her sleep.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
ad-libbed.
Yeah, he didn't know that.
I thought that was well known by the populace, so I
No.
did not put that. in
No, my
facts.
dad did not know that. He was like, "Are you kidding?" I
Well,
was
yeah,
like,
that was-
No, did
yeah.
you? Now that you watch the scene, you got to look at Harrison, look at him, and him smile, and then like it just kind of like fits, and like, well, we're keeping that line.
Right, exactly.
Steven Spielberg also married Kate Capshaw.
Yeah, he did. And
after
people,
this movie.
but didn't people like speculate that that's why she got the role?
It's very possible.
Oh.
Yeah. So you got some trivia on the first
I do.
one. What do you
It's
got?
pretty hard too.
Okay. Oh, all right. Well, we know the first one very, very well.
I don't know. I think I know the third one the best.
How
Me
many
too.
days old is the Jovito's poison?
Oh, when he first picks it up and he licks it. I'm gonna say 3.
Correct.
Yep.
Did you know that, Alex?
No, I didn't.
3 days old.
What makes Indy stumble during his lecture?
Oh, it happens more than once.
Well,
Like-
the main one.
Yeah,
During his lecture.
like when he's talking, he's like,
in class.
and the long blink.
Oh, the long blink. It's just because it says like "I love you" on the girl's
love you.
eyelids.
Says love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're like obsessed with him.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm like stumble. I was thinking like you mean like
He doesn't fall.
like I was thinking I was like he doesn't
He get,
fall. Like you were
loses
making me
his-
think.
loses his train of thought. I guess.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Where did Indy go to college?
You know what? We even said this out loud
I
too.
want to say Oxford, but it's not true.
We
It's not
even
Oxford.
we even said this out loud when we were watching. We're like, Brett's gonna quiz us on this one.
Oh, you don't remember?
You said it out loud.
Whenever there's like a thing that they say things like specific to.
You
a
said it
character,
out loud, and I was like,
say
we
it
gotta
out
remember
loud.
that
I gotta
one.
remember that one, but I don't remember the college he went to.
I
I
don't.
want to say Harvard.
No, I don't know. I can't
don't
tell you. I
remember.
don't know.
University of Chicago.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
guessed
gotten it.
that.
Where is Marion's bar?
It's a hole in the wall.
Right?
Now it's on fire. It's felt bad
It's gone now.
It's gone now. Shoot. You want the town?
Not the country.
Oh, the country. Well, I mean,
It says it on screen.
It does.
Um,
I don't know. I don't remember where they go.
it's not. It's not Israel, is it?
Nope.
No. What is it?
Nepal.
Nepal.
Yes,
We
because
knew
they do.
Nepal.
They do say that.
Because
too.
you were actually like, man, I want to go to Nepal. It's so beautiful. It is. Beautiful
What's
country.
Nepal known for? This is just a bonus question.
It's mountains,
I don't know.
Well, yes, but something a little more specific.
beautiful
know.
water.
It's
but, I mean,
alcohol. I don't know.
no.
Half of Mount Everest is in Nepal.
Oh, I did not know that.
I mean, there's something about Mary. She mentions it to my gosh, I'm gonna get the actor's name wrong, but she's like, "You been in Nepal?" Because he's always trying to hit on her.
You have to
I love
get a
that movie.
climbing permit from the Nepalese government to climb
What if
Everest.
you get climbing from?
You know, is it
boat?
just because you know that because you were watching Everest?
I mean, it's one of those movies that people when they get into it, they really get into it. They don't
Where
look-
is Belloc from?
Jeez, you're making this too hard. I don't know.
That's not
And
too
again,
hard.
it comes up in the dialogue.
Of course it does.
Good
I don't know. I
job.
can't tell you, man.
There's a French archaeologist. He's very clever.
French.
They call
France.
him Beloche, and he starts laughing. Belloc.
It's French.
Belloc.
French. Okay.
What's his first name? Bonus question.
Oh my God. Jeff. I don't know.
Renee.
Renee.
Mm-hmm.
Did they?
Yes, because yes,
it says
she says
20
it.
times.
She says it.
Marion says it quite a bit.
Yes, the way that she said it's very lightly though.
True.
When like especially when they're drinking and she's trying to get him drunk or whatever, and she says, "Well, Renee, I've had lots of fun or something. I better get going or whatever."
Yep.
But and you know what? We actually we had the subtitles on, and I think that is the very first time I realized his name was Renee, ever, because I've just never really heard his first name.
Okay.
How'd you feel watching it in like super HD on the
It
Series
looked
X?
beautiful. It looked beautiful.
I think the Series X has like higher contrast with that HDMI cable that comes with.
Where is the Ark held?
Area 51.
No.
I mean, isn't that where they put it at the end of the movie?
No. Where is it held? Like, where do they find it?
Oh, it's in.
It's in the wrong location, or they're digging in the wrong spot. I can tell you that.
Okay, so it wouldn't be there because that's the wrong spot. So what is the chamber called?
I can't tell you on that one. I don't remember the name of the chamber. I didn't know it had a name.
Oh, they
When I
talk.
say
They
it,
talk
you're gonna
about
be like,
it.
oh yeah,
What is it?
the Well of Souls.
I guess I don't remember.
Well, it is a well that they go down into. Well,
Oh,
when they open it up from the
kinda.
top.
Who is going to research the Ark?
What do you mean? Who's gonna research the Ark?
Well, at the end, Marcus says the Ark is a source of unspeakable power and it must be researched. And it will be, I assure you, Dr. Brody, Dr. Jones. We've got working on it right now. Who?
I know that exact line that you just said, like word for word, and now I'm like, I have no idea because I know that even the scene.
Top men.
That's it?
That's it.
Yes.
Really?
You got me searching for a name in my head.
That's why he's like, Indy's like, who? He's like, top men.
Okay.
That's like a famous line. You don't remember that?
No, I know the line, and I'm like, what do you mean?
Well, Brett, we
name?
did watch The Last Crusade 3 weeks ago.
I'm gonna say it was like we just no
2 weeks
No,
ago.
or
it
no
wasn't 3 weeks ago.
we watched The Last Crusade 2 weeks ago. We watched
No, we watched Last Crusade last week. We watched
Raiders like 2 weeks
2.5
ago.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was like right after the podcast we put it on because that's it's been that long.
Whom did Indy study under?
My God, we even said that one out loud too.
I can't tell you.
We said it out loud. We were just like, oh, Brett's gonna ask us that one. You always say, oh, I'm gonna write it down. I'm like, no. No, I always tell you write it down. You say, no, I'll remember.
Dr. Abner Ravenwood.
Couldn't tell you that.
You said you were gonna write it down.
That's not Ox, is it? In 4?
Hmm?
That's not Ravenwood.
No,
is it?
he's dead.
Yeah,
Remember,
that's what I thought.
because
Yeah.
at the bar, and he's like, "Where's Abner? Where's Abner? Abner's dead."
Mm. Do you need a reaction from me? I said.
What does Sala do?
I don't know. He's Indy's friend. He's like
I
a
knew,
mercenary.
I knew the Nazi
basically.
would hire you, Sala. You're the best blank in Egypt.
He's like a mercenary.
I don't know, like a. I don't know. I don't know what he does. He's well known.
But yeah, because he's the best this. Digger.
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 Okay.
Well, he fails miserably.
Why does he feel miserable?
They all die.
Sala doesn't.
Sala
die.
doesn't
Oh no,
die
he
though.
Only the Nazis.
Yeah.
Where is the only last question? Where is the only place the idol can be sold?
Hell.
And the idol, not the Ark. The idol
Idol.
from the very beginning. The idol from the beginning. He's talking about this with Marcus.
Not the medallion.
No. He's talking about the first idol. The first
The
idol.
head.
Yeah, the one thing that gets out of the first temple.
Oh, the idol.
There's only one place he can sell it. Blank.
The black market.
No.
I don't know.
Marrakesh.
Nope.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that.
That's it.
Wouldn't have gotten that. Damn, Brett. I don't know about that trivia being spot on.
Now again,
because that
you
was a movie
saw
I
me,
watched.
Josh. I wrote those sitting here.
Right.
I wrote 6 out of the 4 questions.
But had you been a little more prepared, I think it would have been a little more legible of what we would have watched because I don't remember any of that shit.
I'm gonna say it was like I
What are you
know.
talking about? Those are all straight from the dialogue in the movie.
Yes, and I know like especially the line with the top people or top men or
Top men.
top men. And I was like, why are you confusing me about like the way that you asked the question? You said who,
Because he thought it was a
and I
nationality.
thought it was like a name, and I'm like, what do you mean?
Yes, but then I said the freaking line.
Yes, and I said yes. Now I get it.
Okay.
What was that other interesting fact about like all the snakes down at the bottom with all like because there's one scene they fixed it where they're down there and then they drop when they first bring up the Ark and Indy drops down and then there's snakes coming at him and whatnot. There used to be in the original version when the lightning flashed you could see the reflection because there was a like. He was actually in a pit full of snakes, but there was like glass in between.
They put a
him.
glass. It wasn't when they were raising the Ark. It was when he was first.
Okay, well, I mean, like
dropping
when he
in.
first got in there.
Yeah, they put a
There's like a glass
divider
shield or something.
so that the cobra would not strike him.
Yes. But so I was watching for it because I remember watching like YouTube video or like behind the scenes or something, and you can see clearly on like the original version when the lightning flashes, you see the reflection.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching for it this time, like watch. Oh, they took it out. Like they made it look a lot more real this time.
Well, I mean, you can do that when you
Josh,
put millions of money into
would you be able to quiz me on Last Crusade?
Who signs
right now.
his dad's journal?
Oh, Adolf Hitler.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just what
It's right
popped in my
there.
head.
It's right there. You had a whole discussion of this on your Facebook though about it being the best one. Other
I
people were
did.
claiming the first
They
one
said the
is.
first one's the best. So I was like, no, I think that it's a lot more memorable. Oh, here you go. Here's my quiz. What are the final steps to get to the Holy Grail?
Ooh.
Like what are they officially called?
Yeah.
Yes, he has to go through them, and they say it like 1 billion times.
The path of God and the breath of God.
Okay.
Do you remember, Alex? Because now you have to really think.
Because I had to say
He
it out
doesn't
loud.
even know.
No, I do.
We said it.
Oh, yep.
So I know. So the first one is kneel before God, but I don't know. Is that one of them? Kneel before God.
Well, I mean the it's like the path or
I
something.
thought the path was when he's walking across the rock that you can't see.
I'm looking it up right now.
I don't remember what order they're in. I just know the names of them.
So the first thing he faces is the saw blades. Oh, the word of God. That's the third one. The second one is he's got to step on Jehovah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then the path of God is when he can't.
that's the
actually
name
see.
of God, right?
Yes.
Oh, the name of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
The name of
yeah,
God.
Yeah, name of God. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, okay. During that scene, what letter does he mess up?
The first one, J, because in Latin, Jehovah begins with an I.
An
Yeah.
I.
And even Sean Connery says that.
Hmm.
Jehovah
Yeah.
begins with an I. Idiot.
In the beginning, when he's young Indiana Jones, when he tells when he comes in to show his dad what he's got, what does he tell him to do
Count to 20 in Greek.
in Greek?
River Phoenix played a good young
He did a
Harrison, I think.
really good
He
job.
does a good job for him. I will say that going back to the movies, they're very beautiful. They really did a good job remastering the movies. I can't imagine what they look like on VHS. And that's how you saw them, Alex, right?
Mhm.
Growing up.
Yeah,
Me too.
VHS.
Yeah. I didn't see him until I was a lot older, so I kind of have a different opinion on the movies. So.
How does Indy get the scar on his chin?
Oh Jesus, Alex, stop.
When he falls into the train car with the lion, he gets the whip and he starts cracking it. How did Harrison Ford get the real scar?
Well, I know that's his real scar.
How did
And
he
they
get it?
And they had to write it.
How to
in.
get it? They didn't have
No,
to.
he had. Well, they didn't have to, but
He had it when he had it when he was a lot younger.
Yeah.
How?
I don't know. I don't know how I got it.
Do you know?
Car accident.
Oh, I was gonna
Yep.
say, I was like, I know about
The only
the.
reason I know that is because it's in the extras.
It's an
I know
extras
about
for a lot of
the scar from
his shoulder.
no
That's Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Right.
I
That
know
was
that
also
one.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
thing. Move on from there, guys. What do you want to do as far as the next trilogy? I mean, it doesn't have to be Mission Impossible. It can be something else.
I saw something today that we talked about Spider-Man, Toby's.
Yeah.
Do that.
That is getting to be our time of the year for Spider-Man because that usually, they came out in May all the time. Was for most
I
releases.
thought 2 was June or July.
Well, the third one and the first one came out in May because they're considered summer blockbusters. So,
Nope, I've got another one.
Okay.
God damn it, Alex.
All right. When they're in the library, what's the numbers he's looking for?
10. X
Num-
marks the spot. Oh,
Numbers.
7, 9.
Nope.
7's not one of them?
7 is one of them.
Not 9?
No. There's
7,
three
so
numbers.
7 and 10, 3.
Yes. Because I said 3.
No.
Dang it.
Moving on.
Had to play that scene
I'm really
in my
trying to
head.
stump him on one.
All right.
literally playing the scene in my head when thinking about that.
Yeah, you're done now.
I was trying to think because I was making my own trivia
Mhm.
in case he brought those questions up. I was trying to make my own trivia while we were watching the movie. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna quiz him on that one.
Did you write them down though?
No, I did it all from my brain.
Well, yeah, that's when you write them down.
I did them all from my
Hmm.
brain. Fine.
So, we'll do the Spider-Man's Tobey Maguire ones. There was a recent article that came out actually about that. I think it was people are now because Zack Snyder's Justice League so the release the Snyder Cut was trending, and now they want the Suicide Squad remastered put out. Of what the actual director wanted to do without studio interference. Now people are wanting the Spider-Man 4 from Sam Raimi. Which Sam Raimi is directing the Doctor Strange sequel.
Oh.
If they brought back Toby, then
It'd be
why
an
not?
older version of Toby, which is what we would be okay with. That's
Yeah.
what we want a senior Spider-Man.
Isn't
It'd be fine.
Spider-Man usually portrayed by a
He
kid?
said a senior Spider.
Well, They do portray him as older eventually.
Not in cinema.
They haven't.
He's always
No.
been a kid.
He's always been a kid. Yes, yes. And in fact, Tobey Maguire was too old for the role that he had.
Probably.
But he filled it fine in the sequel.
he looked like a kid. I mean, he's
He
supposed
looked
to be a
young.
high school kid, or
Mhm.
in 2 he's in college.
Yeah.
Well, no, even in 1 he's in college. Like he
goes to
graduates high
college.
school and goes to college.
Right, right. Your mom goes to college. Have you seen Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah, but a long time ago.
Oh, we just watched that recently. Nobody gets that joke when I say it. Nobody but Alex.
Because we watched Napoleon Dynamite so much when we were in high school.
Okay, I have one other topic I want to talk about here real quick before we get out of here. Did you hear that Samsung is now allowing iPhone users to sample the Galaxy OS on their phone? For people who are claiming that they can't go to Android because they don't know how to do it, they get the opportunity to use it on their phone as a website browser. So you go to this website, they use it's specific for
And it
an
basically
iPhone
like overlays
Opera
your
browser,
phone.
and it overlays your phone for a time so you can get an understanding of how the Android system works.
So I want to tell you, because you brought this up, and this is so stupid and ironic at the same time.
What's up?
Yesterday I had a dream that you and I broke our phones and we had to go get new ones, and they only had iPhones, and we got so frustrated because we didn't know how to use them.
I would rather.
We got so mad. We looked at it, we're like, they were even the most like brand new
No.
iPhone. Everyone's like, that's so cool. And we looked at it, we're like, this is a piece of shit. We were so mad. We
No.
didn't know how to use it.
Don't blame the phone.
What are you talking about?
If you don't know how to use it, it's not the phone.
I understand that, but it was just
I
like,
understand
I was like in
this
my
operating system. I don't need to try to understand that operating system. No way.
it was just funny that he
Again,
brings
that's
that
not
up.
the phone's fault.
That is
Why is it the
because
phone's
it's
fault
designed that
you
way.
can't understand it?
Do you know how to
I
work
don't
an
blame
Android?
Androids because I can't understand it. That's my problem.
How? Wait, but they're designed that way, so that's their fault being designed that way. How's that your fault for not understanding it? You
Because I'm stubborn and
you
don't
can
want to
be
try to learn it.
ignorant if
And I'm
you want
stubborn and I don't want to learn
That's
iPhone.
that's fine, but again, the phone didn't do anything.
Okay. Are you personifying
I don't
the
think
phone
there's
somehow?
I don't think that there's a blame to go around to anything. It's just if
What?
anything it is us to blame because you're too stubborn to learn Android.
I
And I'm
just said that.
You just said that. But
But
I don't
you
know why you had to personify an iPhone.
Whatever.
I don't know why you had to say that.
No, because Alex said
What did he say?
this is a piece of shit.
Yes.
When it's not a piece of shit. It's a piece of
well,
tech.
like yes, because I get what you're trying to say, but I didn't mean it in that form. Like I just
Jesus
I don't want to
Christ.
deal with it in my dream because I got frustrated because I didn't know how to use
I feel
it.
like I'm talking to Patrick right now because you guys are so literal today. Jesus, I say one thing to Patrick and he just flips it into a whole nother script that I have to defend myself. But no, yes, I would never, ever, ever buy an iPhone. Ever. I don't know how people
I think
move
I like
that
cracked
way.
it or our phone got lost or something.
If it was have a phone or don't have a phone,
I wouldn't have a phone.
then I would probably get an Android.
Oh, I would just not have an iPhone. I would just not have a phone.
Well, what if it was iPhone or nothing? You'd have no
Nothing.
phone. And what about you?
I don't know. It'd be very difficult to go for an iPhone.
Psh, I would go phoneless. at
Every
that point.
single time my mom or my grandmother hands me their phone to put something on their phone or do something, I'm like, it's seriously like I'm 90 years old and I don't know what I'm
It's
doing.
because we have the ability of buttons on ours and just
Yeah.
I
Like,
don't know.
all right,
I don't know.
so
I don't know what
here's
it
the deal.
is.
Josh and I have the exact same phone,
Yeah.
okay? Josh chooses on his to hide these bottom buttons. So I have to like do a weird swipey thing to even bring the buttons up.
that I'm
Why-
used to doing.
Why
And-
do you hide them?
He
wants a full screen.
I want a full screen.
Mm.
So look, I'll just hit on swipe up, go boop, I'm home. Alex has
Wait a
the
minute,
thing
they're right
exposed.
there.
What? No, there's no buttons.
No, there's no buttons.
There's no buttons.
So like
Oh, those
this.
buttons. I
Yes,
see.
I don't have them.
He
They're
doesn't-
all
he-
gone.
He wants a wider
So-
or a longer screen.
So if I go to Facebook and I go boop,
So how do you go? All right, go to Facebook, click on something and push a back button. Like, where's your back button?
on this side, I swipe up from the bottom, from the base.
So
It's this spot right here where my thumb
so
touches. And
so
I go,
basically, I just have to do this and this.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
swipe up from
okay.
it.
For comparison purposes, I don't have any buttons.
Well, then how do you know how to go back? Where's your back button?
They don't have a back button.
You just go like this, and then you go like that, and that's kind of opens up all your stuff.
Oh, you're. Brett's trying to show us his iPhone movements.
I don't get that. I don't like that. I'm so old school. I like to have like a back button or a home button.
And then you can switch between your apps?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
yes.
you leave them open.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
See,
you
that's
need
this
a
right
back
here.
button?
That's this. Boom. But if
Yeah.
you want to go back from here,
So
that's that.
we're essentially doing the same things.
Except we're moving our thumb less.
Even
Because
you
we are. Because
Okay,
you and I are moving our thumbs less than she is.
no, I'm moving my
So-
thumb less than you.
On Josh's phone, he doesn't have this white bar.
Right?
So if
Jesus,
I'm
we're
on
keep
if I'm
explaining
on
stuff
this
that's
screen, I'm
weird.
like, how do I go back from the screen? I just have to push that. Josh has to like do a swipe or a
I
movement,
see.
and I'm like, I don't get it because if I try it, I go to another page or something, and I get frustrated.
That's
I
not
guess I never really thought about it. It's just a thumb swipe.
It
What's the
is.
big deal.
Alex.
What
Alex
if it
is,
swipes the wrong way? Then I
She
get
likes-
mad.
she
Well,
likes-
then you don't know what you're doing.
Then
You just swipe
Exactly.
the wrong way.
Don't use my phone.
I mean, on an iPhone, you swipe up from the bottom, which brings up your list of apps. You swipe down from the top, and it gives you all your notifications.
Well, everybody's phone does that. I think that's
The
like
down one, the
universal.
down one.
And then,
Universal.
If you swipe down from the right side, it gives you your control panel,
Oh,
which has your volume and brightness.
that's
and
your edge, Alex.
Do
Oh, we have
not-
that. We have that available from our top. So
Yeah,
that-
I don't like swipey
that's
swipey.
operating systems for you.
I don't like swipey swipey. I like pressy pressy.
Yep.
So they give that ability for people who want to learn that kind of stuff.
Ooh, I did read that LG is not making smartphones anymore.
Really?
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of a market that they were pretty big in.
Well, they
were
were for a
doing
while, but I
Android.
think it always comes back to that Apple and Samsung own the.
Well, Motorola is a good third right there.
Yeah, but I think they're
Stayed there
significantly
forever.
lower on the
They
list.
are now, yeah,
you know?
because their Android market. I mean, we had their Razor,
We
which
did.
was their thin Android, which was basically smaller but thin,
Very thin.
real
yeah.
thin, like a razor thin. So, anyways, let's get on out of here, Alex. Let's plug your Twitch, unless you guys have anything else you want to bring up. Anything else you wanted to talk about today before we get out?
No.
No, I don't think so either. It's been a really light week. We did not have a fan question on social media this week. Wasn't really a whole lot in the news other than a few deaths and COVID still going on and all that. So the mask ordinance lifted here in
Mhm.
Indiana. And
Although I've been
Yeah.
a few places where it says, please wear a mask. Like it doesn't say mask required. They just ask you to wear them.
right, we went
But I
back.
will say at work, I see a lot of customers not wearing them.
We're having issues.
It's indifferent feeling.
We
But-
still require masks, and we have so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have a huge mask sign on like the second. Like there's the first door, and then there's the second door to enter, and it's big red and
Nobody
white.
reads those signs. Even me. I don't even read those signs.
Well, then how
I just-
do you
It's
don't get mad
basically
at other
like a
people, do ya?
freaking stop sign.
I'll wear my mask until I feel like I don't need to anymore. Like until it feels regular to not.
The fact
do
that I'm
so.
going through all of the shit that I'm going through, I'm wearing a mask until like Josh said, until it's like taken care of.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a mask.
Yeah.
I wore a
Doesn't
mask.
bother me.
I wore a mask before it started to become a thing.
A problem, you mean?
Yeah, no,
Like an
I got
issue?
judged at work before it became a thing back in March
Oh,
of
before the
last year.
protocol? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Like me and one other person, as soon as COVID was a thing, and I'm like, I'm not getting this shit. And I started wearing a mask every day. And I had like a handful of people kind of like giving me the cold shoulder, like, really? That seems pointless. And I'm like, yeah, just wait. And then all of a sudden, we all started wearing masks.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Like, I was wearing a mask before it was a thing. And I still wear a mask all the time.
Mhm.
And I still got COVID. But
Why
you know
are you
what?
so
Whatever.
defensive about it?
Because people shouldn't make a big deal out of
because
it.
people make the opposite deal at her work where they shouldn't, where it's their protocol though.
Yeah.
So she's had to deal with that today. Why do you think her status was basically like, she hated today? So
I hate it today.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily because of that. It was just
talk about what you do like though,
Horrible.
Alex.
what I do like is streaming video games, which is what I do every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evening on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. You guys can follow me live, like I said, Friday, Saturday, Sunday after 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And right now, Josh and I are going to be playing It Takes Two for probably the next 1 or 2 Fridays as like a couple's night.
We are a third to halfway, right between there through
Mhm.
the campaign already. So
Yeah, and we played for like 4 hours, I think, on Friday, didn't we?
It was like 3.5.
3.5.
Regular side stream that we do. Yeah.
Yeah. So and it's a lot of fun.
It's really it is good.
It's so pretty too.
They
very
really
pretty.
make you sad for the girl in this movie.
And then
game
Saturday and Sunday. As of right now, we're playing some Call of Duty. We're about to enter season 3.
Yeah, and the Modern Warfare, the Warzone map is changing too. So that's coming up in the middle of April. It's gonna be everything's changing. So new season in Call of Duty. So Brett, you're not gonna see Patrick playing Gears for a little while again. I'm sure.
He's helped me though when I needed it with my.
He was telling me about that. Yeah.
He's helped me twice. So.
I'm just saying, like, he'll be like one of those. You want to do this? Well, Call of Duty.
If I give him enough.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah.
Notice he'll usually maybe not for Horde, but even when me and him and Rick tried Escape, it's so much quicker.
I heard that you guys only tried a little bit of it.
Yeah, we did like 3 different ones, but we escaped all of them.
Nice.
So it's just way less of a commitment than Horde is.
If you want to follow me on Twitch, it is twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MISTERL. You can catch me streaming on Tuesday, Thursday evening, and Saturday morning. I might do some other morning streams throughout the week. I'm thinking maybe Wednesday and Friday, but we'll see. So yeah, you'll just see me on there. Make sure you're following me. Hitting that heart button and that alert button to make sure to know when we're live is also one thing that you want to do. So make sure you're doing that. Mainly doing just Call of Duty and Fall Guys lately. I might get back at I might do Tetris actually. That might be a thing I stream.
I think you should start streaming
because I can definitely go through that pretty well, I think.
Personally. Oh yeah, you're pretty good at Tetris.
I think I get it more from my mom. She's more of a Tetris player. She used to do that when I was really young. She had
I played it on the Game Boy.
Did you really? I think a lot.
I played it on the Super Nintendo.
My sister and my dad all played on my Game Boy.
Do you prefer Tetris or Dr. Mario?
Tetris.
I like Dr. Mario.
I'm good with either, but I think Tetris has a little bit more of a puzzle for me than just lining up colors. But it still has its own aesthetic. They're same but different. Feeling.
And I like the music more, I think, in Dr. Mario.
Oh yeah, it is more catchy. It is. So yeah, I'll probably doing some Tetris. We'll see. But as far as our podcast goes, would appreciate it if you guys hit that like button on our video, and if you are listening to us, do review us on whatever you're listening to us on. We would appreciate that. If you are subscribed to our YouTube, hit that bell to be notified. We are live every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, like I said, we would appreciate any reviews you guys can give us across any audio or video platform. We appreciate that. If you want to catch us on our social media, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Facebook is PTOUnlimited, along with Twitter is @PTOUnlimited, and Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @Lemke619.
Brett_Wings.
Cute _kitty.
On a final note, I found a new show. I just kind of came upon it accidental and it's more like casual viewing, but it's a reality show called Parking Wars.
What's this about?
Basically, it's the camera follows around the parking authority in a couple different cities, but I'm watching the first season right now, and they actually go with ticket writers just to like downtown Philadelphia. I think they're in season 1.
Okay.
And it's just people like the ticket writers writing up parking tickets, and the people somehow, it's not an accident, but they always write up people that come out to find them writing the ticket.
Oh.
And it's funny because they get so pissed off when they are clearly at fault, and none of them want to admit. I wouldn't say none of them. 99% of them do not want to admit, or there's be like, "Come on, give me a break. I was there for 30 seconds." He's like, "I've been here for a minute writing the ticket."
Ooh.
But the other side of it is they go to the impound lot, and oh man, people get super pissed.
Have you ever been to an impound lot?
I have not.
Have you ever had your vehicle towed?
My vehicle
Yes.
towed. Well, I did have it. I had it towed when I was arrested, but I don't even. I think it was taken somewhere private.
Yeah, that'd be different.
We had
situation.
it once.
Once happened to us.
And it wasn't our fault.
Impound lots are shady.
Yeah.
They look awful, and they're expensive.
Extremely.
Yeah.
It's awful. Awful
We
experience.
thought someone stole our car.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, back
Yeah.
to your.
Some of the later seasons, they follow private tow companies.
Oh, okay.
And these are guys that literally just are hired by like apartment complexes.
Yeah.
If you don't got a parking pass,
That's what happened to us.
That's what happened to us.
Yeah,
we got
that's
our
exactly
we got
what
our
happened
car
to us.
towed,
there's
and
no waiting.
yeah.
They just do it. And
Yep.
what's great is that as soon as they hook it up, it's an automatic drop fee, which is usually half of what the getting it out of the impound fee
Yeah,
is. So,
yeah.
but man, people get angry
Because if you
and
catch them, it's like you got to pay me this now before you get your car because they already cranked it up.
it's never their fault. You know?
No. Mm-mm.
And
I think.
I don't think I could watch that, Brett, because I'm getting angry just listening to
Yeah,
you.
because we've had that situation.
Listening
happen
to people
us.
saying it's not their fault, because I get, like at my
Both
job,
ways,
we
yeah.
get blamed for things that are not our
Sure,
fault
sure.
all the time. Like today, that's why it was super nasty today. So
Mhm.
I'm just, people are stupid and don't want to
You can tell
admit
Alex is
they're.
in not the best mood
I'm not,
today.
now that we're talking about it. So yeah, it's just people don't want to admit that I'm right and they're wrong.
it's a pretty entertaining show. Like
Where'd
I
you find
said,
it then?
Well, I actually stumbled on it on TV on A&E. I think they play it, but I checked and Prime's got like 8 or 9 seasons.
I would
of
much
it.
rather find it more entertaining to watch live PD than something like that.
Yeah, if they still aired live PD.
Yeah, the whole.
Oh, do
cop
they
thing.
not?
R.I.P.
No.
They got rid of, or they A&E canceled it when the whole
The whole thing
Pandemic?
happened with, no,
not
back
the
in May.
pandemic, back when old George Floyd.
Yeah.
that
Oh,
whole
I
mess
did not
went
know
down,
that.
and there was a whole revolt against the cops.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
There's a whole nother thing going on over there
That's
again.
what- yeah, we
like a
won't-
whole
yes,
nother
we won't
riot.
touch that.
Happen again.
I got my final now.
What you got?
I just want to do my COVID update real quick.
How you feeling?
About the same.
It's not really an update.
Well, no, like an update. I had a lot of tests on Friday morning. Because I've been having.
She was so nervous.
I was
too.
so nervous too that they were gonna find something horrible. But
But the problem is they didn't find anything with these tests.
Mm-hmm. So I'm considered a COVID long hauler because I'm still having pretty bad lingering symptoms where I'm only, ever since having COVID, I can only work half days at work now. I can't go back to work full time. I get shortness of breath, really nasty chest pain, chest tightness, headaches, nausea, extreme fatigue. Like I can't be up for more than 5 or 6 hours without nodding off and falling asleep. And when I go to sleep, I mean, my naps alone before COVID were a couple hours, and now they're like, Josh struggles to get me up after 4. And I'm out like a light, and I could sleep all day and still not feel like I've got enough energy.
It's your fatigue is what's
My
gonna get
fatigue
you.
is horrible.
Yeah.
So we ran a whole bunch of tests. I've had 4 or 5 labs of like chunks of lab work done. I've had 3 X-rays. I've had 2 ECGs. I've had a heart monitor. I had a cardiac ultrasound. More labs done, fluids, an ER trip for extremely high blood pressure, all within the last 2.5 months of having COVID. And every single test has come back negative or normal. And exactly what my doctor said is all signs point to COVID, because COVID is, that's just what, like, they can't explain it. They don't know what's going on. And I have full body sweats every couple hours without being hot, without being cold. I don't sleep for more than a couple hours at a time without having to wake up and like having my skin itch all over the place for no reason. There's just a bunch of different things happening, especially the bad part that they are really concerned about is that my blood pressure has not gone back down into normal range since having COVID.
Until recently.
There's been a couple times that it's gone back down into normal range, but average wise, I could take it today. Today was 140 over 91.
Well,
So it's right back up.
You were also super stressed coming home and not in the best spirits.
Yeah, but that's also, I was stressed, but I'd also waited after half hour, 45 minutes after being home and resting. My heart rate was 57. I was rested. Very well rested when I got home, and it was still pretty high. Yeah. So they're worried because it's also spiking to like really dangerous numbers while I'm sleeping. So I did all these tests. They're all normal. So I'm being referred to our new COVID clinic here in Fort Wayne, and hopefully they're going to be taking over and figuring out what's wrong. But the only positive thing, which also comes with a negative, is that I was put on an inhaler to see if that would help. And the positive part is I didn't realize how much I couldn't breathe until I started taking the inhaler every 6 hours. Yeah. And I basically can feel, at least, I probably wasn't breathing at least 50% of the time. Like at 50% capacity, like the whole entire last few months. So there's that. But with that, it brings my heart. It feels like I drank a monster, and then I crash really, really hard afterwards.
Yeah.
So that's the only positive, is that I can breathe a little bit better with the help of an inhaler. So COVID's real, and it sucks, and it lingers. So don't get it.
For some people, yes.
For some people.
But yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
I think you're still having some issues too.
Yeah, I'm getting through it. I'm all right. I'm getting a little harder breathing when I go up and down the stairs sometimes. But let's get on out of here, guys. You guys have anything else you want to say? Let's go.
Nope.
Yeah, all right. We'll catch you guys next week for episode 252. Bye, guys.
Bye.